What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Hope each of you are well and blessed. 3 things that I'm about to tell you right now that no one has ever said to you, okay? But it's real talk. All right, number 1, your bad health or your poor health or your compromised health. So if you're diabetic, hypertensive, if you are high cholesterol, if you have heart disease, kidney issues, etc. Your poor health right now is making some industry, some company, some person massive amounts of money. Okay? We don't look at it like that. Your bad health is very, very lucrative. The sicker you are, the more money others will make. All right? We are being taken advantage of in terms of the nonchalant nature of how our society allows people to be in poor health, and there's no social recourse. If somebody says anything about any race, there's recourse. If you say things about people's sexuality, there's recourse. If you say things about people's identity, there's recourse. If you say things about people and their socioeconomic status, there's recourse. But we live in a culture that if you say something about someone's obesity, you're fat shaming, or it's encouraged that this is beautiful. No, it's not. There's nothing beautiful about a man or a woman being obese because it's connected to poor health. It's not about looking down on another person, but just being realistic. So the point is, we have created a society that welcomes poor health, is socially accepted. And because of that, the young people is being ingrained within their mind. It's okay for me to be obese. It's okay for me to have these issues. No, if you're in poor health, somebody else is making massive amounts of money off of that. And if you're obese and you're not healthy, it's just a matter of time. Obesity will always catch up with bad health. So if you're in your 20s and you may be able to get away with it, it'll catch up with you. That's number 1. The second thing that no one has ever told you, but it's real: obesity is an indirect form of idolatry. What allows us to become obese is because we never admit it, and I was once one, addicted to food. A person who's addicted to food is a person who's in some type of form of pain, and they're self-soothing themselves by eating. It's a type of coping mechanism. It's the same spiritual manifestation as a person who's on drugs, as a person who is a sex addict, or a person who's consuming alcohol. Addictions are always rooted in pain. The more pain you're in, the more you have a proclivity of being addicted to something, because you are subconsciously trying to soothe something through what? The worship of what? Releasing yourself of or from that. The worship of self is a form of worship of, or to please self. Being addicted to pleasing self is the idolatry. It's the worship of self. People don't talk to you like that, but it's real talk. For this reason, in order for a person to get out of the grips of obesity, you have to go to the impetus of your issue and allow the release to be a spiritual releasing of a stronghold that's atop of you. There are a lot of people who have eating disorders, and they're focused on the wrong thing. They're focused on what's the diet, what am I going to eat? It doesn't matter about that. You can lose weight off of any program, off of anything. If you do it properly, knowing just a couple of things. If you're in a caloric deficit, you can lose weight off of eating McDonald's. As a matter of fact, people have actually done that. But if there is obesity and you find yourself in these positions, the problem is not the diet. It's getting to the root of the spiritual stronghold that you're dealing with. The third thing that no one has ever told you, okay, is 5 things needed to change your life and to become the best version of yourself. It's discipline, structure, consistency, guidance, and accountability. So any person who's at a point of life and you want to change your life, you want to change your financial status, you want to change what your physical body looks like, you want to change the type of person you were to the person you want to be, you have to do those 5 things. And guess what? You cannot do those things if you're not a person who is focused on empowering and improving your physical temple. You have to be disciplined. You have to be able to not eat when you want to eat something. You have to be structured. Your day can't just be all over the place. You can't just wake up, oh, what am I going to eat? Am I going to go to the gym? Am I not? No, you got to get up with a plan. You got to work the plan and plan to work. You got to be consistent. You can't just eat right for 3 days till your waist goes down and you can wear those pants, you can wear that dress, and then you got 3 days of just of eating improperly. And then you find yourself yo-yoing. You breaking even all the time. You do right for a few days and you go back. You got to be consistent. 4, you got to have guidance. You got to know what you're doing. You have to either know what you're doing to get to your goal, or you need to be with someone who can tell you how to get to your goal. 5, you need to be accountable to somebody. Any man or any woman who's accountable to no one but themselves is reckless. Obesity and poor health is a form of recklessness. We have allowed ourselves to become out of shape. Our health has been mitigated. And guess what? We're not paying the price for the exception of our health. You have to be accountable to something. Who am I accountable to? You. How can I sit up here and tell you about health and wellness and I look like we the people? Who am I accountable to? My wife, my 2 children. Who's going to take care of them if I'm gone? I got to be in good health. I'm accountable to them. Who else am I accountable to? My clothes that I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on, that I want to be able to fit and wear. I want it to be able to feel good on me, not feel like my blood pressure is being checked. You got to be accountable to more than just you, because clearly you aren't, you have to be mindful of who and what am I accountable to. 3 things that nobody's ever told you. I hope this helps you. Until next time, be well and blessed. Peace.